Hello everyone, my name is S Comic Maker and welcome to a very interesting episode of Free Draw Friday. So a friend of mine a couple weeks ago, a friend of mine that I went to middle school with actually, asked me if I would be cool with having a pen pal. He is currently in Japan teaching at a school, and one of the assignments that he's doing with some of his students is to write to a pen pal from the United States. So I got my letter in a couple weeks ago, and I've already read it, but I figured I would read it on camera. And then we are going to draw a response to him. And I hope that I pronounce your name right. If I don't, you can laugh at me. So our letter reads, "Hello, my name is Koki Maesaka. I'm writing this letter because I want you to know about me. I like sports very much, especially baseball and judo. I was on the baseball team from 10 to 15 years old. I was a left-handed fastball pitcher. I could throw some breaking balls, curveball, slider, and changeup. Now I'm on the judo club. Last year I could get a black belt. However, I'm not good at doing judo." I understand that. "I also like playing the piano. I learned it from 2 to 12 years old. Wow, that's a long time. These days, I'm busy with studying for entrance exam of university, so I can play only one time a day. Next year, I want to play the piano many times. I often go fishing with my father during spring and summer vacation. This summer vacation, I could get a 60-centimeter rainbow trout. I stuffed it. I want to be a government official in the future. I want to make Japan a better place." And then it has how his name is written and his given name. And I believe, that's the meaning. His meaning for his name is to have a wonderful life. That's awesome. That's wonderful. That's so cool. Best regards, Maesaka Koki. I hope I said that right. So Koki-kun, Maesaka-kun, I'm not sure. But we are going to write you a letter back. At first, when I was sitting down to make this, I was actually going to fill up this whole paper with doodles. But then I realized that the most important thing about this letter was to actually write back to Koki because he's learning English, so I kind of scrapped that. So first you just see me doodling. I was going to draw, like I said, a couple different things, but in the end I decided to just draw me. And at first it was just me and my two dogs, Maya and Arthur. But then, and you'll see later, I kind of wrote maybe too much, and my letter ended up being 2 pages long, and I didn't want to flip it over and draw on the back, especially because with coloring, I wasn't coloring on my typical paper, so it would bleed through. So instead, I decided to do 2 sheets, and you'll see later, I actually kind of stopped partway through and do another paper and draw another picture on it. So there's 3 little drawings for today, but most of it is writing, and I didn't want to distract from the words themselves, so I just kind of kept it simple for this drawing, but I thought that this would be a really neat video to share some of the things that I talked about with my pen pal from Japan. So while you are watching me doodle, I am going to start reading the letter that I wrote back to Koki, so by the time that we get to the part of this video where I'm actually writing it, it's probably going to speed right through it, so this is what I wrote in my letter. Dear Koki, hello. I am really excited to be able to send you this letter. It was very interesting to learn different things about you. I was not very good at sports as a kid, but I did play soccer for a while. I was very passionate about art all of my life and went to different art schools from middle school all the way through college. I majored in drawing, painting, and printmaking. I think it's really cool that you play the piano. I never learned how to play an instrument, but my husband used to be in a jazz band in high school and played the saxophone. My husband and I met in high school in 2005 and have been together ever since. Fishing with your father during vacation sounds fun. I haven't been fishing since I was a kid with my dad. This summer, my husband and I actually had a 2-week vacation to Japan. We spent 1 week in Shinjuku and the second week in Osaka. My husband Tony is half Japanese and his mother's family is from Osaka, so we came to visit them. It was my first time visiting Japan and I had such an amazing experience. I really love Japanese food. Some of the food that I like to eat are sashimi, yakisoba, and sushi. My favorite Japanese food is okonomiyaki. It's so good. And guys, let's take a moment to pause and think about how good okonomiyaki is. If you've never had it, okay, it's a tangent. This has nothing to do with the letter. I just love okonomiyaki. It is so good. It's like a pancake, kind of. They kind of consider it like a Japanese pancake, and you can fill it with whatever you want. Typically, I've had it with like bits of pork or seafood in it, and then they drizzle it with like sweet Japanese mayo and this really good sauce, and I'm gonna talk about it forever. My mouth is watering just thinking about it, so I have to stop talking about it. Let's get back on task. Okay, back to the letter. No more talking about delicious food, or I will be here forever. Anyway, my mother-in-law makes the best okonomiyaki. She's really good at cooking. Currently, I'm an art teacher at an elementary school and have over 600 students. It can be stressful, but it is really fun to draw with kids as well. In my free time, I make webcomics and draw videos on my YouTube channel. My channel name is As Comic Maker. I am still a small channel, but it has been a lot of fun. I even have 2 videos about my trip to Japan this past summer. I think it's amazing that you want to make Japan a better place, and I really admire you for that. I wish you luck with your entrance exams, and I hope that you have a bright future. Thank you for your letter. Best regards, Amanda DeLellis. Whew. Oh my goodness, that was really fun. It's been a long time since I wrote somebody a letter. When I was in elementary and middle school, I had a friend of mine that I grew up with, and her and I used to write back and forth and send each other letters, but we stopped doing that as we got a little bit older. So it's been a while since I've sat down and wrote somebody a letter. I forgot how fun it is to like sit there and think about what to say and put it down on paper. Have any of you guys had a pen pal before? Maybe from another country, or maybe a best friend that you moved away from, or maybe somebody in your family that you just write to? I'm interested to see. Leave a comment down below telling me all about it. And since my husband Tony didn't get to say anything in this letter in the end, here is a message to you from him.
どうも、アマンダの夫のトニーです。手紙を送ってくれてどうもありがとう。そして妻がお好み焼きにすっごく執着していることを理解してくれてありがとう。それに関して面白いエピソードがあります。僕たちが日本にいた時、僕の日本の親戚はアマンダがお好み焼きが大好きなことをすでに知っていていましたが、でもどのソースが好きなのは知りませんでした。彼女が好きなのはオタフクソースって言うんだよと教えたら、みんなすぐに分かってくれて、それ以来アマンダがお好み焼き好きっていうのはオタフクソースがかかってお好み焼きが好きっていうことなんだねってからかわれてます面白いでしょ。改めて手紙をくれてありがとう。勉強頑張ってね。そして良い新年を迎ってください。
Did you say something about okonomiyaki?
What? No, I didn't.
So, what the fuck is this?
No, don't worry about this. It's fine. Go sit down. No, go sit down.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing me write this fun little letter to seems to be a really cool guy in Japan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that we can draw together again soon. Bye guys.